Yes, I said I would do more video blogs, so I am back. The lighting in my house is so unflattering, but again, I'm not a model, so why should I care? What I want to talk about today, I don't know what the hashtag of this video is going to be. It could be hashtag Wise Wednesdays or hashtag Wealth Wednesdays, because I really want to get into the habit of, considering I'm calling this year Frugal 14, I want to get into the habit of talking about money. Sorry. And the ways in which we can be wise with our money and make it last longer and go further. I'm sure a lot of guys want to know how to do that in a different area, but that's a whole nother video. First and foremost, a lot of my thinking has obviously changed because I'm now a mum and I now have to provide for someone else, and she is my main priority. So the way I discuss things now, I constantly put myself on the back burner, but you can adjust what I'm saying to suit yourselves, because I would say get into the habit of being wise with your money prior to having a kid. Yes, you can do it when you have the kid, but why not get into greater habits now? Who bought me this book? Tom bought me this book, and it's actually by Madeline Thomas, and it's called Babynomics. And it's basically the Bible of how to be wise with your money. There are stuff I knew before buying this, and there's stuff this book has taught me. And I think everyone should read this, regardless if you've got a kid or not. It will make you think twice about what you are doing with your money. So yes, Babynomics, buy that. I think the first rule of being better with our money is minding your fucking business. Literally. Mind your business. The breakdown of that is we overspend trying to overcompensate a lot of the times because we're trying to be something or someone else. Now, if our eyes were closed to what others were doing or wearing or eating, you would stay in your own lane and understand what you have and spend within that remit. So yeah, that's the first tip. Mind your business. The minute you mind your business, just in every way, not just financially, floodgates open and you are able to then take on what is for you. Recently, we have switched in my household from shopping in Tesco's to shopping in Aldi. Let me tell you something about Aldi, bruv. And yes, I'm doing the hands because now I'm just passionate for Aldi. I'm a baker. I go through tons of flour. I buy it in bulk. The cheapest you can get flour, decent flour, is in Tesco's is for £1. Come see Aldi busting out quality flour for 45p. Hello. Pause. Did I not do a monthly shop? This is excluding meat, just because I'm not big on it, and B prefers to get his meat from the butchers. Excluding meat, our monthly shop came to £59.08 on the dot. That was inclusive of formula milk 4E. I was just like, huh? So my advice, when it comes to your household, be willing to shop around. There are some things I can't let go of. That coconut chili mango crayfish salad from M&S, I can't let go of that shit. But in my mind, I don't have to have it every day. And our finances would be so much better if we try and change just one thing. For instance, I love to work out, but I find gym memberships can be quite questionable. And do you want to tie yourself into a contract? Walking is free. Picking up workout tools from Argos or TK Maxx at discount price will change your life. The Nike Training Club app will change your life. It is free. There are many ways to get what we want for next to nothing. That coffee that you have to have from Costa every day, how much is that costing you? Think about that. Now, if you just say, I'll have it on Monday because it's Monday and you need that shit, or I'll have it on Friday, and then pocket the rest, you'll be surprised at how much you're saving. One thing I am doing this year, I saw it on someone's Instagram. It was a chart that was showing you to save based on the week. So week 1 of the year, you pocket £1. Week 2, you pocket £2, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, you have a kitty at the end of the year. And I've got my eye on a certain Prada bag, and that's what my kitty's gonna go on. And saving is like running a marathon. You are allowed then at the end of your whatever to do a splurge, but I would still endeavour that you keep the splurge smart. So I'm not buying clothes this year, but if I was, I would only buy second hand, or I would try to swap and share more. I just got off the phone from my sister, and we were talking about something that is really, it's really poignant to the time we are living in, because I can foresee this is where society will go, and it's actually a good look. We will have to learn to share more. I remember about 5 years ago, I was living in a masonette at the time. Was it 5 years ago? Jesus, no, about 10. And the neighbours upstairs came downstairs and knocked my house for milk for their child. And I gave the milk. It was for a kid. But I remember closing the door and thinking, God, you know, how embarrassing. Why can't you just buy your own milk? And it's not until today, 10 years later, that I feel stupid. I think a lot of our debt is because we are embarrassed to ask, and we are embarrassed to be honest about our financial situation. Now, if someone knocked for milk, I'll give you the whole carton, and when I do my monthly shop, I'll buy you a carton and leave it on your doorstep. And I would do that because it is only through sharing our resources that we are going to pick ourselves up out of what has just been disgusting spending in trying to keep up with the Joneses, who are trying to keep up with the Adamses. It's this constant need to feel fulfilled by material things, and it's heartbreaking and it's sickening because you've got 21-year-olds in a mountain of debt, not just for student loans but credit cards and mobile phones. That's another thing. My mobile phone bill was so huge that I delayed paying it 3 times. And this bill was based on when I was in hospital with E. Not that I'm saying that this excuse is okay, but it's so fucking boring in hospital. So I was just banging out the internet data like it was no one's business. And the bill was massive. 84 something. Well, that's massive to me because I ain't feeling to pay no 80 nothing for no mobile. So that's another thing you could do, is talk to your mobile provider and make sure you are getting the best deal for your mobile, because a lot of the time we are overpaying. And if you let them know that you're feeling some kind of way and just bluff them and say that, you know, you're in a position to opt out and just pay the contract and lock them off, I'm sure they will do the best by you. So that's another piece of advice. Another thing, because this is all about advice, obviously, I'm a massive reader, and I was going through like my iTunes bill, and I'm just banging out money on these books, yo. And I love my books, but my issue with my iBooks is I can't share them. So I was like, it's time to go back to hard copy, and it is. But at the same time, I've moved house so many times that I've got books in the storage. So I'm like, I don't even want to do that until I'm in my dream house and I can see what I've got. Oh my God, guess what? There are these things, these massive buildings that house books, and they're called libraries. I know, fuck it. I totally forgot about that concept, and later on today I'm going to head to my local library and sign up. It is free. It's educational. It just makes sense, especially if you've got kids, because I'm going to start reading to E. Yeah. The earlier the better. I'm going to start reading to E, and that's a free resource. Tap into your free resources. If you are a parent, are you claiming all your tax credits? Are you getting all that you're entitled to? Have you set up a child trust fund that comes free through the government? Have you checked about child ISA accounts? Encourage your kid to save. So with that said, I think I've made it clear about what I think we need to be doing. Share more, spend less, shop around. That's a big one. Shop around. Make sure you're getting the best for your money and that your money's doing the best by you. Swap shops. Mend things. Find one piece you want this year that you could never afford unless you save, and just dedicate putting your coffee money aside for that item. That will then get you into the mind frame of saving for things, point blank period, not just because you want it, but at some point you're going to need it. And I'm speaking this way because I've learned the hard way, and I will continue to learn the hard way. And I want us, so what, I'm 25 now, I got time. If you're 55, you've got time. You can always be better, especially when it comes to managing your money. That's it. I'm done. I need to, it's dead on 12. It's actually lunchtime. That's another thing. If you plan, I now plan almost every aspect of my life, but if you plan, especially when it comes to your money, it's a lot harder to fuck up. Just saying. So that's it for Wealth Wednesdays or Wise Wednesdays. I've yet to make a decision. Be wise with your green.